Hello and welcome back to Coating Gaming. We are here for episode number 44 of our 1860 Munich Let's Play series on Football Manager 20, and in today's episode we have a home game against Hamburg and then an away game against Augsburg in the Bundesliga. And as you can see from this screen, things are not going very well. We are sat in 13th position, 1-5, drawn 4, lost 6, a goal difference of -1 and 19 points on the board. We still are above the 1-to-1 ratio with games, so if we were at 15 points at this point I would be a little bit worried because we would be in 15th, but it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, and the finances at the moment in time are currently bad. We've lost over 30 million this season from player wages, and it's just gone January. Well, coming towards the end of January, we are sat with a negative balance of £2,000. I need to adjust whether it shows in minuses or just brackets in red for that. And but the projection isn't too bad. The projection is currently on 12 million for the end of the season. I don't know if that, I'm assuming that includes prize money. So we've got a bit of a wage bill to get rid of, and as you can see, where is the finances? We are actually spending a lot less than what we could spend, which is a bit weird, but yeah, the finances need to be kept under control here, especially seeing as we aren't going to be going too far up the league table that I can tell. There has been some transfers. I've basically panicked. So Luca Umbenholm from Borussia Dortmund, he was listed for £825,000 and he has agreed a £20,000 per week contract. These are his stats. He's a resolute keeper, sweeper keeper on support. He is either 4-star, but he's probably going to be 3.5-star when he comes into the team, with the potential to be 4-star, maybe 4.5-star. He enjoys big matches and is a fairly consistent performer, and he might be the short-term replacement for Königsmann, because as of recently Königsmann has been letting us down a little bit and conceding quite a few goals. But Luca hasn't really played that much for Dortmund. He's been there pretty much all his life, apart from the one season at Bochum. But yeah, the games that he has played as for Dortmund too, he has been fantastic this season. So hopefully we can get him. And Ardi Mafundu is looking like he is going to them. I can never pronounce that, for 245,000. It just clears a little bit of wage budget off the wages. At £6,000 we will save per week. And we've also had some people come in. If I do it by date, I believe. So Ryan Ledson has left. He went to Brentford for 1.5 million. He was in the last 6 months of his contract and wouldn't agree a like a year extension for any reasonable amount of money. He wanted to triple his salary or something. So I had to sell him, which does leave us a little bit short in the midfield. But hopefully we can cover. And we have finally got Guilherme Leone from Sao Paulo in the team for 3.7 million. I bought him for. He is currently 3-star with 3.5-star, maybe 4.5-star potential ability. He is a winger with actually decent finishing, which is completely different to what we currently have with Marcel Brock here, where his finishing is 8. It might be time for Marcel Brock to leave the team at the end of the season, and I have recalled Kylian Munoz from his loan spell. We loaned him back to Auxerre for 6 months in the end. It was meant to be a year-long deal, but we had the option to recall him in January, and we decided to do that. He's 6'6", he's pressing forward, he's very good at heading. I like it. I like it a lot. He scored a fair few goals in the winter break friendlies that we have played. If I put in non-competition, we can go from here. So, since you last met us, we played a lot of friendlies in this time. We had a Winter Cup, and we lost that to Hajduk Split, 1-0 in the final. We beat Medina 3-0. We then drew 3-3 with Stuttgart. Now, Stuttgart at the time, Fetiart Patrick as well. That angers me. We were 3-1 up against Stuttgart, and I believe Stuttgart they are third in the Bundesliga. But at the time, I believe they were first. We then drew 0-0 to Freiburg, 1-2-1 against Werder Bremen, and then we took our revenge on Köln for the Pokal, DFB-Pokal defeat, and we beat them 2-1 again. And then we lost 4-0 to Dortmund, and we needed some morale back, so we did another Winter Cup. And we won that on penalties against Hoffenheim. Now, look at the penalty shootout. It went to keepers. I won 10-9 because of their keeper missed. Mental game. And then we played another friendly against Wolfsburg too. That was already set up. I don't know why. But it was so. I played it and we won 5-0 against that team. With Kylian Munoz getting 2 goals in that. And that's why he gets the start against Hamburg today. And this is going to be the team. Because of some suspensions... And if I get rid of on loan, no, not at the club, there we go. We've got some injuries and the suspensions. So the suspensions, Streller, Hartwigsen and Dijkman all suspended for this game, which is unfortunate. We've also got Mark Wright, Lega and Matos currently injured. Matos and Lega, I believe I will be selling at the end of the season. They've had one good season and then they haven't really featured that much, especially Liga, because he's been injured quite a lot of it. And Matos has had 2 good seasons, and then again he hasn't really featured that much because of injuries. So I think it might be time to move on. Mark Wright will be staying at the club, but for how long his place is intact for, who knows? But let's get right into the game. We are definitely not favourites for that. I've also got Kieran Belton. He's in the team. He's an 18-year-old Welsh player, came from Man United. As soon as he turned 18, he joined us with that beautiful 5-star potential. He needs to work on his crossing quite considerably currently. I will actually put his training on to wing-back on support with additional focus on crossing. Make sure that technique and crossing gets higher. There are some numbers that need to be given out. Kylian wants 10. I can't give it to him. I can give it to 21. And Leone can have 23. I will obviously readjust squad numbers when it gets to next season. But let's just get into the game here. Yeah, go avenge them. Go avenge them. Hopefully Königsmann can have a great game this game. And we can get a good result against a team that's currently in 8th position. But I have realised there is a player here that I actually have. I probably should have recalled him, because if he goes and scores against us, I'm going to look like a fool. But this guy looks incredible. He's only meant to be 3-star potential, or 3-star current ability, which is ridiculous in my opinion, because quite frankly, look at his stats. Look at 16 finishing, 16 first touch, agility, balance, pace. He's got bloody everything. He's a complete forward. And now I've looked at him, he is definitely going to score. Let's kick off the game here. I need to adjust things. And let's see if we can hopefully do the business against them here today. And we do have a highlight. Carlos into Sapper, finds Leone. Sapper over the top to Springer, who is starting for the first time, I think. Munner's there. Oh, it is a offside against Springer. But Königsmann now has a goal kick. Schmidt out wide to Springer, who takes it in his stride and then goes long, looking for Muniz, who does get found. He has a wild shot, which almost goes out for a throw-in. Bagard has already got a yellow card because he always gets them. The suspensions are for yellow cards. One of them, Hartwigsen, I believe, was for his 10th. The other 2 were for 5. They're 5ths, so they would only be out for this one game. I know it. I bloody well know it. Ah, Marcus Buttershon. Buttonjohn has scored a goal against us, and our on loan player makes it 1-0 to Hamburg, and this isn't going to go well. He's had another header, and he's almost scored a second, coming in with a fantastic low save to his left-hand side. And we go in at half-time 1-0 down, and this isn't good. Where is your passion, lads? Anyone that's having a piss-poor game? I'm not happy with your performance. I'm looking... Oh, no. That one. I'm looking for you to make a difference. You looked happy. Right, get up there and do something. I think run at defences. So we need a little bit of attacking intent here. And we do have a throw. And we are now training the long throws. Galani, what kind of animation was that? We are training the long throws. And Springer did take it. Found Galani. And Galani had a random shot. We are working it back out wide now. Springer, can he beat his man here? He goes past it. There's a foul given. I would have preferred the advantage then. Schmidt with a deep free kick. Goes out wide. Begard with a header. And the keeper makes a fantastic save to scramble it wide, or behind the goal. Slattery now to take a corner on the far side. Goes in that near post again. Nothing happened, but they do pick up the ball. Can we stop this counter-attack? Carlos tries to, but they go long, and it peters out into nothing. I am going to get Brock on the pitch. For Leone, I don't think there's anything else. Schmidt, his morale is looking bad. He wanted more game time, and that's mainly the reason why he's in the team, but it just so happens to work out that Hartvigsen can't actually play currently. Springer is looking like he might need to come off as well, and they have a corner on this near side. Can we defend it better than before? Buttersham gets the header on target again. Oh god. Kieran Belton is going to come on. I don't actually expect to win this game anymore. Right, let's just overlap on the right hand side and focus down the right. Let's get a little bit more positive here as they have a goal kick. They go long, but we do pick the ball back up. Sapper now finds Carlos, who goes inside to Galani. What he can do here, he beats one man. He's now running towards the box. Can he find a cross? Munoz is there. Header over the bloody bar. Come on. Sapper's looking tired, but so is Slattery. He's not having a good game. Let's get Slattery off the pitch. We'll get Kraminski in and we'll swap then round. Get Kraminski as the box-to-box midfielder. And hopefully we can win this ball back here, but they are passing it quite nicely around us. It was a great tackle by Sapper, but the player gets the ball back. Schmidt does pick the ball back up and he goes long to 5 minutes. Can't actually reach him, and the attack is back in our half, in our box now. Galani with a nice header. Slattery can't get to the ball. It's looking like a goal here because they keep winning the ball back every time we try. Schmidt with acrobatic clearance. Aranjo tries to get it but can't. And they've played it out wide, and somehow we survive that without taking another goal against us. I mean, I'm going to demand more, but there's 3 minutes time and nothing has happened. Although Carlos with a corner on that far side, he's looking for Sapper there. Brock picks the ball back up. Can he find a shot here? It was never going to work. Kraminski picks the ball back up. Can we find a final ball into the box? Carlos on that far side. Can he cross? He gets fouled, and there might be one final opportunity. We are a minute and a half, 2 minutes now past stoppage time that was allocated. The guard doesn't get to the ball, and that should be that. They clear it. And we do suffer a 1-0 defeat there. And that is not good. We weren't good enough. There's going to be some fines there if I can actually find some people. And yeah. We are now in 14th position. It's not looking good. But we're now face 12th place Augsburg. Hopefully we can actually score a goal in that. And I will join you in that game. We are back for the Augsburg away game, and there are a few changes to the team. Actually, one of the changes I'm going to make straight away. We are going to make a debut for Luca. I can't really pronounce his last name, so he is just going to be called Luca. who does come in as a 3.5-star player with 4-star potential. 24 years old, so he probably won't get there, but he's valued at 1.5 million, a resolute keeper, which is bloody well good. A little bit of upgrade on the personality from Timo Königsmann, and the current ability is a bit of an upgrade as well. So the team for today's game is Luca in goal, Streller, Schmidt, Hart, Vixen and Dijkman across the back for Carlos, Slattery and Kraminski. In the midfield, 3 with Sydney, Cristiano, Leone and Munoz starting for his second game. Hopefully he can do a little bit better than his last game out, which was only a 6.9. Augsburg are a team that we could probably beat if we are with it on today's if we're with it in today's game. But but let's see what we can do here. Alright, I'm going to aggressively say I expect nothing but a whip. I have faith. I have faith in you. Okay, so they don't think we're going to win this game. And for that reason alone, I'm going to start with a bit of cautious mentality. See if we can ease into the game a little bit better than we did the last one. They've got a Mustafa in goal in their back line, which is always great to see that sort of name. But can we not concede straight off the bat here? Dijkman with a fantastic tackle there. And then a beautiful block, and Leone might be able to bring it clear here. 30 seconds gone. There might be a chance for us. Leone on that far side. Can he find a ball into the box? He does, but they clear it away. And it doesn't look like this highlight is going to come to anything, and it ends there. But we do have another one, and we are playing it around that far side. Dijkman now finds Leone, who's cut inside a little bit more. Dijkman on the overlap now. Can we find a ball in the box? We can. Slattery is there. Has a header on target. The keeper picks it out of the air. And we can't manage to take the lead there. That would have been a beautiful time to do it. 8 minutes gone. I am going to look to go a little bit more balanced in the next few minutes. 15th minute maybe. Kraminski plays it out wide, trying to find Streller, who finds a ball to Muniz and has the first time shot, and it goes just wide off the mark there. Munoz, I'm going to call him Muniz. Just, all right. It's Killian now. I'm just changing removing everyone's last name that I can't pronounce. Right, 20th minute now. I am going to go a bit more balanced here. Sort of 50-50 on the possession and the chances currently, as there is a highlight. Leone does intercept, but can't do anything more there. Passes it straight back to the opposition, but Kraminski picks the ball up from their defender, who was floundering a bit. Can he find a cross into the box? He can. Muniz with the head. Munoz with the head. Killian with the header. It didn't end in anything, and at the start of the episode I said that Killian had a good head on him, or good header on him, and he has proven last 2 games that is definitely not the case. There is a Brooks on the enemy team, on the opposition team as well, in defence for him, and it's just we're not really doing anything. I don't know what it is. Carlos has picked up a knock here. Oh my god. Could be a bruised foot. We will substitute him straight away. We have got Custerman on the bench who can come on. We don't want to keep anyone that's injured on the pitch. Cristiano not having a best game. Oh, not having the best game he's ever had for us with 6.4. Right. I'm far from pleased with that. Just bloody attack. Do something. Go more width. Express more. Whip the crosses in. Do something different. They have made a change at half-time. We brought Custerman on just before the half, and hopefully we can get the ball a little bit wider and be a bit more creative in the attack. They have a random, is that a free kick maybe? Edge of the box now, and Leone does pick it up. He goes long, but not really to anyone, and he's chasing it down himself here. Although we have 2 people chasing. Horn goes back to his keeper, and they look to build from the back here, and they've gone just straight through our entire team there. Ball over the top. Schroeder does pick it up. Can he find someone? He finds Schmidt, who goes long. Killian is there. Back to Custerman, who gets tackled because Custerman can never do anything quickly. Pat Vixen with a great sliding tackle there. It does stop a definite goal there. Right, I am going to go with more direct passing here, as there is another highlight with Augsburg having the ball and playing it around us in the middle. They go out, spread the ball out wide here. Can Stroller get a block in? Cristiano does get a block in, but then proceeds to just pass the ball back to the opposition player. And it is looking like we need to make a change here. Cristiano not having the best game. Arajo comes back into the team. Schmidt looking a bit tired. We will bring Sahinovic on, which means we can drop Hartvigsen into a cover defender. Sahinovic can play ball-playing defender quite well, and they have a goal kick on the right-hand side of the pitch. They spray it out wide, and it's just like one ball over the top for us. It's literally just one ball over the top, and it just completely bypasses our midfield. That is not a penalty. Not a penalty. And Augsburg have a penalty. Streller be given as a foul. Can Luca deny him? Almost gets there. But no, another 1-0. And oh my god, this season is painful. Sahinovic is now injured. Or did he come on injured? Because technically he hasn't returned to full fitness yet. Hopefully he hasn't just injured himself again. But Sahinovic and Gusterman playing it quite nicely. Killian finds a ball and Slattery is running onto it. Can he find the finish? And bloody hell, Callum Slattery can. Callum Slattery with the second goal of the season. Thank Christ he can shoot from range. And it is now 1-1. And it does look like with that draw we move up to 12th position. I can only assume that means we are the first game being played. And because it is so tight at the bottom here, it leapfrogs us because of just a point at any point will just get you a couple positions up in the table. As they are running through us here, there is a random shot. It just sort of fizzles out like a P-roller along the ground there. Hartvigsen now with a free kick inside our own half. Arajo picks the ball up here. Can he beat his man? He turns back to Streller, who's providing the width. Arajo now, can he find a ball into the box? He has a shot himself, which he should have crossed it across the bloody 6-yard box, and it's a certain goal. And now they are breaking through this. Hartvigsen with a fantastic block. Luca with a fantastic save. Oh my god, their player is offside. A free kick has been given, and holy crap, there is a lot of pressure being applied to us right now. And they're on this near side. One ball over the top again. Oh my god, Dykeman with a fantastic sliding tackle from behind. I thought he'd given away a penalty. They have a corner on the near side. It goes back post. Brooks with the header cannot do anything. It goes high and wide. And there's another free kick. It is looking like we're going to concede here. There is 3 minutes remaining of the 94 minutes that it wants us to play. There's a ball that has got to be offside. Luca with a fantastic save, but it is offside nonetheless. And we have a long throw at the death here. Moniz! Oh my god, how? Oh, I don't understand how. I really don't understand how that didn't go in. There is maybe a chance here that we play the ball forward into the opposition's box and they pick it ball back up, and we do get a point from it. It is a 1-1 against Augsburg away from home, which out of context is a decent result, but that's the sort of game we need to be a win. Luca was actually quite good for us there. 7.0 rating, fantastic from Slattery on form as well. I will praise him for that fantastic strike. People spotted, press conference, go on scale, you can do that for us. And let's have a look, see what the table is. Yeah, we were the early game. So we have gone up to 12th position, but we're probably going to go straight back down to 14th if results go against us here. Let's have a look at the remaining schedule. There's quite a lot of games remaining here. And I'm thinking maybe come back for the Mainz-Frankfurt game. It's sort of halfway in the middle, and then we come back for the final 2 games of this season. I don't really want to dwell on this season too much, as we are currently failing to do anything other than just be bottom of the table uselessness. So yeah, I'll come back for the Mainz and the Frankfurt game. But thank you guys for watching. If you have enjoyed this episode, make sure to click that like button, comment and subscribe if you do end up subscribing. Make sure you click the notification bell to stay up to date with everything on the channel. But until next time, goodbye.